Hello there, welcome back to Gundam of Gundams. I'm Josh.
This is Amy.
Today we got Mobile Suit Gundam Episode 4.
Escape from Luna 2.
Yeah, now, disclaimer, this is probably not going to be a whole lot about the plot. It's going to be about the animation.
Yeah, so if you guys have heard, and I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but apparently, we never got the Doan's Island episode because there was just so much off animation and they felt like it was bad quality, I guess. I would say this is probably on par of the animation with that episode, so I would say that's a probably big lie. I don't know. That's how I felt, Josh, especially after we were taking a whole bunch of screenshots of this.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to use for a thumbnail, honestly. Nothing looks all that great.
And that includes both the mecha animation and the character animation. The character animation is so off in this one, too.
It is.
Oh, man. But, should we just get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. So we start off, shot of Luna 2. There's a ship, Madagascar, going to dock.
Penguins are probably piloting it.
Private, get the landing gear in order.
Alright, Skipper. I don't know.
Alright, Skipper. Anyways, we go straight to the white base, which already, things look off-model already.
Yeah, it looks like a big box, and the colors are just not there.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened to quality control this episode. I know that the head artist does get sick at some point, but I thought it was way later. While they're on Earth.
And, we get it, too. We know, these animators are, pushed to the brink. I know, especially, I can think of an example, with Macross. I know, one of their episodes was, released where the animation was not done at all. So, I get that animators, they're under a lot of stress to get this done, but, there's just so many, just weird off frames in this, and this is just, one of the first ones right here.
Yeah. But we get a shot. The Earth Federation is not allowing the civilians to be let off at Luna 2.
And apparently there's 100 civilians too.
Yeah, and the reason is because, Luna 2 is on constant, emergency alerts and all that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later when we
talk
get to
about that. But more importantly, now look at Ryu. His head is so tiny.
And then look at Hayato. He's two Hayatos put together.
Yeah, he just looks puffed up for some reason. I don't know what's going on there.
He's like Ryu Jr.
And then Bright has this really square chin.
And I still haven't made the comment about Ryu looking like, Fat Albert.
Hey.
So yeah, it's finally getting thrown in there. I'm sure Josh can find a picture of Fat Albert for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about.
I've only seen one episode of Fat Albert.
You know what? I've only seen probably a couple episodes too, but
yeah, it was the really awkward gang violence episode.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a really weird episode.
But
just totally. Anyways, back to Gundam.
Yeah, basically Ryu reminds me a lot of Fat Albert.
Yeah.
He has the body shape of Fat Albert.
Which, how did he even pass basic training? Let's just be honest here.
That's a good question. And as we go through this scene and then one later, it's he doesn't do anything. He is supposed to be one of the actual trained soldiers at least. He has some kind of experience as being a soldier. But he doesn't do anything. He just kind of stands in the background this episode while Bright and then Mirai, especially in this, part, they're the ones who are taking charge. Ryu, come on, step it up, man.
Yeah. Eventually we are introduced to Commandant Wakane. Dude has a giant stick up his butt.
Yeah, he does. He's like that girl who goes to college and she's like, I got a degree in communications.
Yeah, and she acts like a know-it-all. Honestly, just imagine anyone on Twitter.
Actually, yeah, that's probably a good way to put it.
It's I know more than you. I went to college, and it's communications degree or gender studies.
And we both been to college, but like we're not like those people who are gonna push like a degree or whatever in your face. But it's so
because
stupid.
it really means nothing.
Yeah, it really does. So I don't know. He has that attitude for sure. He's gonna get humbled pretty good in this episode though, which is thank God.
Yep, and if you don't believe us that it doesn't matter, then just keep in mind everyone in government has a degree. Let's just be real.
We know how efficient that is.
Yep, and we know how efficient that is.
Honestly, government, military, kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, military is part of the government.
Yeah. I mean, I would know, so.
Yeah, you would know. just how many times you have to call people for your benefits.
A lot of bureaucracy and red tape, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Anyways, Joaquin is like, oh yeah, we're gonna detain you guys because top secret information, even though like they're the only ones who have combat experience left with these things.
Yeah, even being like, hey, we're gonna court-martial you and everything because you're not the right grade to know about these, I guess, suits. Even though it's kind of weird because Bright was on the white base specifically for this mission, so okay, yeah. I guess. I don't know. Same thing with Ryu, but they're detaining them. So I'm not exactly sure how this works. But that's what Joaquin says. He also says that the civilians are going to be taken to Earth, even though they're like, we want to go back to Side 7, even though there's a hole in our colony.
There's a giant hole in it, and there's probably no air left. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like in Gundam lore, do they ever like do anything to Side 7?
It probably gets repaired.
I have no idea.
Like
but
in Zeta Gundam, like there's like a cluster of colonies called Side 7, and then each individual colony has a name.
So yeah, maybe it does get repaired. I don't know, but essentially, like right now, it's not livable. They got a giant hole in there, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we'll get to deal with the refugees later again as they go to Earth, and they'll be like, yeah, we want to stay on Earth. I don't know.
It's like, you were just complaining about not being able to go back to Side 7. Come on. Anyways, Amuro's all pissed off, and then we get like this really detailed faces of like this guy in sunglasses and then this lady.
Yeah, like the civilians are really detailed, and then like for some reason Amuro looks really off.
Amuro looks like the protagonist of a completely different 70s anime.
Honestly, yeah. But it's kind of funny, like, the two people you mentioned, they kind of look like out of, like, a still from, like, one of those Marvel cartoons or something.
Yeah, from, like, the 60s Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, that's what they remind me of. But basically, the Earth forces are just being a whole bunch of jerks, if I'm gonna, put this in a
PG way.
PG, YouTube-friendly way.
Yeah. Captain Paolo gets wheeled out. Joaquin is like, oh yeah, we'll take care of you and everyone else here. Kind of a suck-up.
Even though, poor man, he's trying to give him, like, instructions, but he's, of course, he's still dying on his table.
Yeah, he's, like, slowly dying, and he can't really keep his eyes open all that much. He's kind of fading in and out. Then they start to detain, like, just, like, put, like, this tape or whatever, like, just restraints on the Gundam.
I think it's, like, steel restraints or something.
Yeah, something like that. But the Gundam is off-model here, too.
It's just so funny. It just looks so weird. It
does look so weird. Then Bright is like, Char's gonna come back, and you're gonna need us. And Joaquin's like, oh, he's not gonna attack Luna 2 with one Musai. Come on, Bright.
Yeah, he has like this little like smug like smile, kind of side-eye thing going on there.
Come on, Bright. I went to college.
Oh man, I can't. Like, I guess this would be like the most satisfying part because you just see how like smug he is. Ugh, it's annoying.
Yeah, I know people exactly like this.
But then, yeah, so they start detaining the whole crew. I think we see, like, the whites of Bright's eyes the first time. It's, like, really weird.
Yeah, it's when he gets the gun pointed in his face.
We get to see a lot of,
Bright's eyes are really detailed in this episode for some reason. It's really weird.
He has, like, whites going on. It just looks really weird.
Yeah.
It's unnatural.
Meanwhile, on Char's Musai.
At the Legion of Doom, which
Yeah.
kind of like the eyes kind of look like that, but Legion of Doom has them on the outside.
Yeah. So basically, Char's like, wow, I can't believe we're this close, and they still don't detect us.
And this is where we kind of get to talk about, like, I don't know what the Earth forces are thinking here. So they're essentially on the other side of Luna 2 that the White Base was on last episode.
Yes.
And the Minovsky particles are just so high, so that's why they can't detect them.
Well, actually, Char says that the particles are low,
Oh, they're
but
low, okay, yeah.
it's not enough for them to be spotted
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. So at this point, it's kind of like more like, I guess, our modern warfare, where it's more eye to eye, minus the radar, you know. It's kind of how he explains it.
Yeah, basically, technology has advanced so much that we're just reverting to, like, visual contact.
Yeah. But this is my problem. So, Luna 2, giant asteroid, basically the only stronghold the Earth forces have in space.
Yes.
They have absolutely nobody stationed on that other side of Luna 2. So basically, Xeon forces like Char is doing right now could like go pretty damn close to it.
Yep.
And as you'll see with Char's plan, pretty much screw it up. Because, as we'll see later, they don't exactly have a lot of ways to get out of Luna 2 either on the other side. This is just like, what were we even thinking? I'm sorry, but like, I don't know how Xeon, I don't know if they just overestimated the Earth forces at this point about Luna 2, but it just feels like they could have probably taken Luna 2 by this time if they had just been smart and kind of did Char's plan here. Kind of more of a guerrilla warfare kind of type of thing before they brought in kind of, you know, a big, I guess, force.
Yeah, it's really hilarious since in G-Quux it takes, what, Makuve like several days in order to capture Luna 2?
Yeah, and we know that he just basically just throws big zams at them and stuff.
He just throws
yeah.
everything at it. It's like, you didn't really have to do that, but...
Yeah, he could have just... Char has a good plan here. We're gonna do another
Yep.
guerrilla military tactic, kind of like what he did Size 7, and bring in just kind of like everybody in normal suits.
Yep. I do find it funny how, like, without knowing, he just calls Wakane, like, an average soldier.
Yeah, it is really funny.
Like, an average soldier would not expect us to attack with just one Musai.
It was also funny because this is like the one part that the English kind of deviated a little bit, because like Dren is like, so we're gonna attack Luna 2? And in the English, like, he keeps on asking him, like, so you're gonna attack Luna 2, right? Like, he's like,
Right?
he's prodding Char to do it. But in this one, in the Japanese one, he's more or less like, so how are you gonna do it on the second kind of run through? But yeah, that was kind of like the only translation kind of error I could really find.
Yeah, that's really it. Before he gets to explaining his plan, Char kind of has a flashback thinking about...
Artesia.
Yeah.
Sayla.
I can't talk today. Sorry. Artesia. Basically, he's like, nah, that can't be her. Like, she's not that strong of a person.
I mean, to be fair, for kind of taking the origin at face value too, when he left her, yeah, she was kind of a crybaby, so...
Yeah, she was a crybaby, and she got in his way all the time, so...
So, yeah, maybe that's why he's thinking that. We don't exactly know their full origin in this version, but yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different. The origin is a different continuity.
Mm-hmm.
But Char explains his plan, and his helmet is kind of off-model here. Like, it's so wide. Like, the back of his helmet.
Yeah, it looks like it's, like, too big for his head or something.
I don't understand what's going on here. Basically, they're going to go out in just their pilot suits. And they are going to do some sabotage.
Yeah, and just really simple sabotage. As we'll see in just a little bit, but...
Yep. But first, we have to go meet back up with the White Base crew. So, they are being detained inside Luna 2. Ryu looks like he's in a onesie, but it's really his jacket.
It's like just all blue. It's like we're missing a little bit of white there or something.
Yeah. Kai kind of goes on this thing. It's like, hey, we still need to eat. And for some reason, Amuro gets upset about it. But Ryu's like, hey, Kai's right. Let's just eat. And, he should know about that.
Yeah, he's like, gotta load up your stomach like you load up a gun, essentially, I guess.
Yeah, and by his size, man, he's like a belt-fed machine gun.
So, yeah, we start the Char infiltration plan.
Yep, they're just going on with their pilot suits. They come across 2 Federation soldiers. Char's, subordinate, has a really good shot.
Yeah, he, shoots 2 at once.
Yeah.
And, we don't even know how far away they are, so, good for him.
They're probably a good ways away.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean...
That might be, the first competent, soldiers Char's had with him.
Yeah, Char got some decent upgrades, cadet-wise.
But it's so funny, they're, floating over, these openings over Luna 2. It's how do people not see that they're coming?
Yeah, it's does no one look up?
In general, I feel like Zeon is just, really overestimated, the security of Luna 2. I get that it's a stronghold, on the other side, lots of firepower, lots of, security. We'll see that in just a second. It's really? Nobody's, thinking about, somebody just coming in a normal suit and, screwing stuff up, I guess? I don't know. It just feels like they're really not prepared for this.
Yeah, it's... How did Zeon not
take
conquer
Luna
all
2?
of space? It's crazy. This is crazy. Anyways, Char and his men get to the gate, and one of Char's cadets wants to just go in, but he's like, no, hold back. Get your spy glasses or whatever.
Your laser glass looking things, I don't know.
Yeah, and they see that there's security lasers everywhere.
His James Bond / I don't know, some kind of spy glasses that show you all the laser tripwire things.
Yeah, and then Char's like, okay, just plant the mines along the port like we planned.
Now back at the
brig. In the cell.
Yeah.
Back in the brig, Amuro's explaining the Gundam's AI pretty much. It's the Gundam self-learning computer.
This is the only time I think we've said that they probably talk about it, really?
It's one of the few times they ever mention it. Amuro will kind of talk about it later on when, during the whole Ramba Rawl arc.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really hear about it at all, and we never really see it in action until the end.
I just want to know what, he's drawing in. What is this purple massive something?
I think it's supposed to be mashed potatoes. I can't tell.
I don't know. I've eaten a lot of military food. I've never seen anything like a purple block of mashed potatoes, thank God, so... I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. Then there's an explosion and everyone gets thrown to the walls and Ryu almost dies.
Again.
Again. That's going to be a running theme here.
I know, Ryu death count number 2.
Yep.
Possible death count. Not yet.
It probably would have hurt, but I don't know.
I mean, if it hit, center into his brain and it was fast enough, yeah, he'd die.
Yeah, I guess. The power goes out, as well as the gravity. So Hayato's just kind of chilling up on, the ceiling almost.
I kind of feel bad for him because you'll see, an establishing shot later. They had to put Hayato, right at the top, or else he would be, too small for everybody to see him. It's poor Hayato. I feel your pain, man.
Yeah, and then we get Joaquin and some other officers on Luna 2 are like, oh my gosh, there's an explosion. Char must be here. And the guy's like, oh, Bright is actually right about this. He called it. Then Joaquin just kind of looks at him.
The humbling begins.
Yes, the humbling begins. Back in the brig, they figure out that, I guess the brig doors run on electricity, so like,
Yeah, they have electrical locks or something.
which is really stupid. There's like two ways to not have this. Have like a backup generator for the brig, or you use old-fashioned locks for the brig.
Which I'm pretty sure the white base kind of had old-fashioned locks. And I'm pretty sure they had keys for them. Maybe
I think they had like a pad, like
they
a
have
number
a pad.
pad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like this is, you lose your power. You have some Xeon soldiers, they're gonna get out.
Well, I mean, having a number pad doesn't necessarily mean that it needs electricity.
No, that's the only way to get out.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about these doors more. Like, they have no way, like, to do a second lock.
Yeah, it's stupid.
There's no physical lock or anything with them. There's no old-timey, like, sheriff with the keys. Around his finger.
Yeah. Bright and the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
The boys. They go and kind of open Sayla and Mirai's cell door too. And then as a group, they all kind of go down and they find Frau Bo. She's kind of talking to one of the security officers, being like, hey, there's an attack. Why are we not being moved?
Yeah, you want us to all die?
Yeah. Amuro is able to kind of communicate with Kika. Be like, hey, don't say anything that we're here. And Kika kind of causes a distraction, and the security guard just straight up points a gun at her.
Yeah, she steps on his foot, and like after that, it's like, dang man, calm down.
That's like, dude, like it's just a kid. That couldn't have hurt that much. Like, you're wearing boots. And then Bright and Amuro do like this like superhero kind of knee or whatever.
Like a launch from like the hallway, and they like knee the security officers.
Yep. Again, where's Ryu?
Yeah, where is Ryu?
He's the military guy here. He's the actual soldier, not Amuro.
Maybe he didn't fit in the hall with Bright or Amuro. He's like the size of two people.
He could just clothesline both of them.
Probably could have, actually.
And it is funny how Bright, when he does the knee, it almost looks like he's going to do like a Superman punch or something. But anyways, Joaquin is trying to launch the Magellan, which is like a warship, I guess you can just call it.
Yep. Just another warship.
It's a very expensive warship compared to the Salamis class.
Yeah, it's probably a more specialized version.
But I don't really understand the plan here, because they know that it's people in pilot suits. What's the point of bringing out the Magellan?
I mean, I think you pointed out too, like when we were rewatching, like there has to be a ship somewhere close, but at the same time, it's like I think you need to take care of the people in the pilot suits first.
And you should probably inspect the port.
Yeah.
To make sure that nothing's gonna go off.
Probably make sure your security, nothing has been, compromised.
This is just a bad plan overall.
There's only one. Okay, so this is the one thing we're gonna talk about too. There's only one way out.
Yes, there's only one port of entry.
And exit.
Yeah.
So it's like, who thought about this?
Yep. And surprise, surprise, the mines go off, and the Magellan gets stuck inside of the port.
Yep, so it's just stuck, so nobody's getting in, nobody's getting out. I mean, ship-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get mobile suits and stuff out, but ships, nope.
It's just stupid.
Why is there only one port of entry/exit?
Yep, and Joaquin is like, okay, that really backfired. We'll just go back and figure something out. And then he notices that the doors on the white base are starting to open.
They're basically just trying to get the restraints off of the Gundam.
Yep.
Get everything off. Yeah, so they've got like torches to get these, I think, steel restraints or whatever off, but...
Yep, and then Joaquin goes in there with his little gun, and he's like... Got his little gun.
His little gun.
With his little gun. He's like, stop it right now. I told you it was off limits. And Bright's like, I don't care about this anymore. You're stupid.
Yeah, Bright really does come into his own on this one. Like, he's just so fed up. But he's a badass in this episode. I'm gonna give the badass award to Bright in this episode.
Yeah, he's like, okay, decide who's your enemy right now, Xeon or us.
And you see the whites of his eyes again.
Yeah.
It feels so unnatural to see his eyes like that.
And this is the only time we get to see him in a pilot suit.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the other times we see him in a spacesuit, it's like for the, like command.
Yeah, the white ones.
Yeah, like the white ones.
Like the bridge crew.
Yeah, it's the same one that Wakane has, that he has later. So, Bright's like, okay, continue working, guys. And then Amuro keeps blow-torching the same area. It's like, dude, you just cut that one off. Now you're just damaging the Gundam.
Yeah, that was funny. Mirai also chimes in, and she's like, hey, it's not just, soldiers who are going to die here. It's going to be civilians. So they try to just, get that on Joaquin's conscience. But then also have Paulo in the background.
Yeah, Paulo's in the background.
With random cots.
Yeah, for some reason Kotz is there too.
I think they just put the kids there. You'll see the other kids are over there in the shot as well later, but they probably just put them there to make him feel even worse, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Paulo's like, hey, this stuff is not secret anymore. The enemy knows we have it. Civilians know we have it. And we're kind of close to dying. So just let them do this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so Joaquin ends up giving in. Amuro and Ryu launch in the Gundam and Core Fighter, respectively.
And then Char comes with himself and then two Zakus, and then we know that...
with Matthew and Fix.
Yeah, so those are the two pilots of the Zakus.
Yep, and Char's helmet also looks a little too wide, but,
Not as off-model as some of this other stuff has been.
Yeah. Now this fight is going to be really off-model.
Yeah, it's extremely off-model.
So plot-wise, Char has kind of learned from his past mistakes, and he chooses to go up close and personal. So he uses his Heat Hawk.
Which is more effective.
Oh yeah, it's way more effective. Like, if you're going to go up against the Gundam, that's probably the only weapon that's going to be useful if you're in a Zaku.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of off-model Char with the Heat Hawk shots. And then, of course, the Gundam, too.
And the Gundam. Like, you have this one. Like, what is even going on here? Then you got this one.
Yeah, the shield, like, the cross thing on the shield is, like, really small compared to the shield itself. And then, of course...
Which, I know this shot gets used in later episodes as well. So we'll get to see this one a whole lot. And then we get this really cool, like, pilot perspective from Ryu.
Except for, like, the Zaku's head looks like a pancake.
Yeah, the Zaku's head looks kind of, like, smushed a little bit. But somehow he ends up dodging its attack. I have no clue. Like, that's stupid.
And it isn't just once. It's twice.
It happens twice with the other Zaku.
So, and the other Zaku, like, is trying to use the barrel of his gun to, like, smash the cockpit. And he still dodges it. And it's like, no, this would never happen in, like, my G-Generation game.
No, Ryu would get hit, and then he'd die, and then I have to restart the level.
Exactly. So, I think at this point, this is where they have to... They need to get out of port.
Yep, and Bright's like, hey, in order to get out, we need to blow up your Magellan. And Joaquin is kind of hesitant.
He's probably like his stash is on there.
Yeah, it's like, man, my wallet is on the Magellan right now. Why? And then Paolo kind of guilts him into it with, like the look. It's like, just do it. My guy.
His secret stash is on the Magellan.
Yeah. And then we have this really weird thing. So they're going to hold down the white base with, like...
Restraints?
These restraints. And how would these restraints work for any other ship?
It wouldn't. They're like specifically hanging on to like the kind of horse legs of the white base because they call it, the
the Trojan,
Trojan
horse.
horse.
Yeah, it's like the white base would have to be in a very particular spot. Only the white base.
Because there's no way like that would work for like a Magellan or a Salamis class.
Yeah, it's like, who thought of this idea?
No.
It's so weird.
So yeah, basically they strap down the white base, pull down like the barrier over the mirrors on the bridge, or
like the glass.
Yeah,
on
the glass
bridge.
bridge on the bridge. Yeah.
Yep, and then they fire at it.
It's very sparkly.
Yeah, it's very sparkly, and for some reason, I'm not seeing it.
We just had to take a picture of it again.
Yeah, I guess I'll just have to take a picture of it again.
Kind of reminds me though of like another Macross reference, I guess, when they're about to fold into space. It's like all sparkly, and then explodes.
But during this whole time, Amuro's still fighting Char, and then we have this kind of cool shot of him using the second beam saber and stabbing the other Zaku behind him.
Yeah, we don't know if this is Matthew or Fix, and we tried looking up on Gundam Wiki to see if anybody identified it, but no.
Yeah, it's a really cool maneuver, but the animation is so wonky that it kind of ruins it.
Do have another kill though.
Yep. And then he kind of explodes in a straight line for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it looks really weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so...
Oh, wait. There's the sparkly
There
thing.
we go. We jumped the gun.
Yeah, we did jump the gun. Sorry.
So, yeah, they blow up the Magellan.
Yep, I don't know why it's all sparkly. But basically the explosion causes just fire to erupt from the port. And it ends up destroying the other Zaku.
So, basically, yeah, Matthew and Fix are both dead, so... Doesn't really matter who was in what Zaku. Unfortunately for whoever was in this one, they just kind of had bad timing.
Yeah, just wrong place, wrong time.
I will say, though, that, we talked about it, they feel like these are, probably the most competent Char has gotten in pilots. I mean...
Yeah, one of them had a really good shot. I don't know if it was Matthew or Fix, but...
And then, I don't know if they even knew that, Gundam had, a second beam saber, so... You know, it was just kind of unfortunate that he got caught in that the first kill. And then...
Yeah, and then this was super unfortunate.
Yeah, this one was super unfortunate. This is just really bad timing.
He would not have known to dodge that in time.
And the Musai actually just barely dodges it, too.
Yeah.
So, Dren would have been...
Yeah, Char is probably my gosh, can nothing go my way? He just throws his Heat Hawk at him so that he can retreat.
Throws his Heat Hawk at the off-model Gundam.
Yeah. White Base ends up being able to leave the port, and they realize that Captain Paolo has passed away.
Yep, so we've got 3 deaths in this episode.
Yep.
So I'm going to just pull up my numbers. So right now that brings us up to a total of 8. So we've lost Matthew, we lost Fix, and we're losing Captain Paolo in this episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, Captain Paolo's dead.
Unfortunate, but at least he lasted longer than in G-Quux.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his death was probably a lot more painful in this one,
Yeah, it wasn't instant like in G-Quux. He wasn't turned into hamburger.
Yeah, he had to suffer through probably just loads of shrapnel in his body that whole time.
Yeah. While the White Base is leaving to Earth, we get a conversation with Joaquin and whoever this guy is. He doesn't get a name.
Yeah, the one who actually called out that Bright actually was right.
Yeah. And Joaquin kind of laments that, so many senior officers are dying. So, there's a lot less people to kind of learn from.
Yeah, he needed to learn a lot more.
Needed to learn some humility.
Which, you know what? That's what this whole episode is. He gets his humble pie in this episode.
Yep, and at least later on, when we see him later on, he's a lot better.
Yeah, he's not as much of a jerk.
Yeah. But we go back to off-model White Base. And we see that they're going to hold a space funeral for Paolo, and he looks like a giant here. It looks like he should have been in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know why. They, like, made his body, like, so long. Yeah, but they're basically gonna just Spock him. So if you guys have watched Star Trek, they send Spock into space when he dies that one time, so...
Yeah. And for some reason, Ryu has this face just looking down at him like, hot.
Well, like, it's funny because, like, even Hayato, like, has, like, this weird-looking face, too. Like,
And it's like...
Yeah. Like, everybody else is kind of like, you know, like... Kind of like that shocked or
like
kind of
sad
concerned,
or whatever,
yeah.
but Ryu looks like he's gloating, and then Hayato looks like he's just, like, super curious about something.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
That was not the right model of face to choose for Ryu.
Yeah. Bright's like, hey, we're gonna get to Earth. We will continue our mission for you.
Also kind of looking weird.
Also kind of looking
Yeah.
weird. And then they close the capsule and send him out into space.
Hopefully he's dead.
Yeah, hopefully he's dead. Hopefully, like, he didn't just take his meds and just, like, pass out for a little bit.
And I want to point out Josh is the first one to say that while we were watching it. It was not my joke. I was just thinking, like, man, that's dark. He wakes up in the middle of, you know...
He wakes up and he's like, man, I hate those meds. The hell am I?
Like, whoa, guys, no, I'm not dead.
Come get me, please. Amuro is like, man, where are you, Dad? I don't know where you are.
That is the first time we
Yes.
see him think about him.
Honestly, it's the only time we see him think about him until we get to Side 6.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, I mean... I guess when Amuro sees his mom, but he doesn't really, like, wonder...
About his dad.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. And then we just end off with shot of Paolo's capsule floating off into space.
Hopefully dead.
Hopefully dead. He's like, help me! No, come back! Ah!
And that's the end of this episode.
Yeah, that's the end of the episode. Not much to really say about the episode.
The only thing I can say about this episode is the Earth forces are really, really incompetent.
Yeah, the Earth Federation is really incompetent, number one. Number two, the animation is not very good.
And like we stated at the beginning, apparently that's why Doan's Island was taken off, which doesn't make any sense to me at this point. Because the animation in this episode was extremely inconsistent. Like, compared to, like, the other three we've watched.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's really funny.
Oh yeah, it's really funny. But...
Compared to other episodes, though, this one was
Yeah.
rushed.
And, like, this is, like, an older anime. I get that. But even by that standard, it's not... Like, the animation this episode was just really weird.
Yeah, and like I said, compared it to the first three episodes, like, there were times where things were off model, but, like, it wasn't just the mecha in this episode, it was the character design, too. Like, everything just kind of seemed off, so I wonder if they brought in other animators, too. Like I said, we understand completely that animators have deadlines and stuff, so we're not dunking on them, it's just kind of funny. It is...
Yeah.
It's funny to see the difference between this episode's animation, especially in the characters, and then compare it to the last three that we watched.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not, like, super upset about it or anything. I'm not gonna be like those guys on YouTube who watch, like, the first few episodes of Dragon Ball Super and are like, oh my gosh, this animation is so awful.
And then they go back and, well, nowadays they just go back and fix it for, like, a Blu-ray release or something, but...
Yeah,
it's one of those stupid things to kind of get, like, so hung up over. It's just,
It is very funny in this case because apparently Doan's Island, that episode, was cut for quality purposes, and this looks like about as bad as that one. So I don't really understand what the issue is. Just give us Doan's Island in the full release.
Justice for Doan's Island.
Like, I get it, like, the plot for that episode is not, like, all that great, but it's still part of the run.
Yeah, it feels like we're missing our part, especially through our English releases and stuff, so it's like, I know it's on the UC collection.
Yeah, it's on the UC Libraries collection, which is, like, over $100.
So it's like, it gets a home there, but we don't get it in the United States.
And then the Zeta Gundam UC Libraries gets the actual opening.
Okay, Josh, you can stop complaining about that. We're not in
never.
Zeta Gundam. Complain about it when we get to Zeta Gundam.
I can't hold it.
I'm sure if people watched our Gundam-based thing too, you also heard about his rant on that too. Which, I agree. I agree too. We need those openings, but still. We're talking about Mobile Suit Gundam, Josh. Episode 4. We're mountains away from Zeta Gundam at this point.
Alright.
So, anything else you want to point out? The only other thing I can think of is I think this is the first time Bright really does take command of everything.
Yeah, Bright does take charge.
He's badass.
Yeah, he just fully steps up in this episode.
And he's gonna have to because Paulo's dead now, so...
Yeah, Paulo's dead. And then later on, they're gonna have that guy on the white base who was supposed to be like escorting them.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a couple episodes.
Exactly. So yeah, Bright's... That is the one thing I really liked in this episode was Bright. He stands out. And I don't know why Zeon hasn't taken control of Luna 2.
Yeah, like Char made it so easy.
Like, just screw him up like that, and basically you could siege Luna 2 after that.
Yeah, like, just sabotage the ports, sabotage all the...
Guns?
Yeah, just sabotage all the guns the same way. And then when you're ready, just launch the assault and detonate everything.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Zeon really missed this opportunity. But that's all I can think of for this episode. Any other thoughts?
No, I think I'm good. I think I got everything out.
And I guess my only last thing is I was really happy at least Joaquin got his humble pie in this episode and we didn't have to deal with him for like a series of episodes before he learned anything.
Yeah. Thankfully, like, we'll get to this, but thankfully the movies kind of cut this out.
Yeah. Oh. I think that's my only thoughts. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Should we sign off then?
Yeah, let's sign off. This has been Josh.
This is Amy.
For Gundam of Gundams. See y'all later.
Yep, see you next episode.